I was listening to some of our episodes and I'm like, holy shit, I need to figure out how to keep my focus on one thing because I'm driving myself crazy with like all of my pregnant pauses on here. I come up with what to say when really I'm just like moderately distracted by everything outside of my eyeballs.
I mean, a pause can be good. I mean, there is radio silence that's bad. Like when somebody throws you a concept or question and you say nothing, that can be bad. But if you're just thinking, sometimes that pause is perfect. Like
Working
this,
on-
I don't know what that one was not great. That was a dead air right there. But
That was an
right
awkward pause for a moment there.
I just
but
took a
we got
sip
past
of
it.
juice, guys. Sorry.
yeah, I mean, part of the magic of podcasting is always talking, whether you have something to say or not.
Wow.
Yes.
I
Just
don't
keep
think
the-
I've had anything to say yet, but I like this momentum that we're building.
Momentum,
Okay.
that's the key. It's not actually substance, it's momentum.
Yes.
It's momentum, and people keep talking more and more enthusiastically with sort of less and less to say. And you just sort of you keep trailing along. You let your mouth do a lot of the work for you, and then you let your brain sort of kick in after the fact. And then you realize that you spent 2 minutes kind of saying nothing.
Yeah.
That's
Or-
kind of what a podcast is.
or like-
Maybe I'll practice doing it with my eyes closed so I'm just like not focused on
yeah.
literally anything except for talking to you guys.
Courtney's
That's
she's
true.
joining us from her sensory deprivation chamber.
Yes.
She's in her floating isolation tank.
We just hear sounds of just water moving around. Yeah. Courtney, stop moving. We're hearing too much of the room.
That sounds like it. Oh no, that's fuzzy.
Courtney's like, oh, sorry, my rebreather mask is coming into the microphone feed.
She's
Did you
in-
guys hear that?
Total
How does that
darkness.
sound?
It's you can't see a single thing. Which might be bad, actually. My Twitter the other day was really upset, and I want to pitch this to you guys and also see your thoughts because I don't know a ton about this Nate Bargatze guy other than he hosted the Emmys, I think it was, and he had kind of a funny joke where it was like every time your speech goes a little long, if it goes under, I think 2 minutes, however many seconds it would be thousands of dollars that would go to charity. And if it goes over 2 minutes, he would subtract that from the total.
Yes.
And that was the only joke he did the entire night. But that's a funny bit. And then I know he has some George Washington thing on SNL that I saw. But beyond that, I don't know his shtick that much, or I didn't until some friends of mine were like, oh, he's got a show. Let's go see it. And I thought, okay, sure, why not? And I go see it, and it was such a meticulously workshopped thing to be kind of like a more palatable Larry the Cable Guy, basically, where he's like, I'm just a folksy guy from Tennessee who kind of criticizes conservative stuff, but also kind of believes it. And politics are a thing I'm not quite going to talk about ever, so that you all buy tickets and nobody criticizes me. And it was also like super PG, like comedy for families.
My grandmother loves him.
Okay, so it's working, clearly. He's very successful.
Yeah. He's a man for all audiences.
Yeah, I didn't.
No audiences.
Yeah, that was my. So first off, before I get into where I'm going with that, what do you guys have a sense of him? Have you watched him? Do you like him?
Yeah, he's goofy. I mean, he's cute for family safe entertainment to pop on the TV. As I mentioned, grandmother loves it. I went and saw John Mulaney live a couple months ago and was kind of riding that high of giggling at all of his material. So I thought, sure, let me just Google which of his shows is the most appropriate to show grandma. And within the first 10 minutes, she's scoffing, praying for me. And is like, I
Courtney,
think I'll
I
just
can't believe you're watching this.
stick with Bargatze.
She calls the exorcist to come over.
Yeah. Is it okay if I do an impression of your grandmother, Courtney?
Oh, by all means.
Okay, I'm not trying to be insensitive. I just
No,
wanted
thank
to.
you so much.
Okay. No, of course. No, you're welcome.
What
Lower.
octaves?
Oh.
Yeah. Which octave?
Is it? Does she smoke?
A little higher.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like Colin Firth.
A little girthier, though.
Yes,
More girth.
Colin Firth here.
Okay,
Yes,
yeah,
Golly
okay.
G. Golly
A
G.
little bit more girthy like this. Like, Courtney, what are you watching this for?
Yeah,
Like that?
because Gigi, I think it's really funny, and he makes a lot of really intellectual observations in a seemingly stupid and hilarious way. I think you would find it funny.
But Courtney, he just said, "Gee, damn it." I can't listen. I can't be listening to people using the Lord's name in vain.
Courtney,
Yeah,
why is Jason Bateman making such bad jokes?
Grandma, so it's not Jason Bateman, and also aren't we happy that they're even saying God? They're giving God a platform by using his name. You know what I mean?
Not like that.
But Grandma, his observations on sex education is not only intellectual but hilarious.
Nobody likes to be told that. Nobody likes the defense that's like, it's really smart when they don't like something. And you're like, no, it's actually really smart because that never works.
Yeah, it didn't work for me that night either.
That's why Nate Bargatze wins, though, because he's sort of like smarter than his act intentionally.
My grandma will kind of grit her teeth and then like stick her tongue out a little bit when she doesn't like something. Like particularly that's her beer face. Like if she smells someone's beer, sticks the tongue out. Yeah, first 3 minutes, tongue was out.
That'd be a great person to have in the front row at a comedy show because you really know if it's working or not.
Yes.
You should buy tickets for you and for her for the next Louis C.K. show.
Yeah. Oh.
Whenever he's in town. Yeah.
That John Mulaney's really dirty, but Louis' new act is great.
I did share
There was some
her.
lady that was sticking her tongue out in the front row like the whole time. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, don't encourage him, actually. Keep your grandma away from Louis.
Yeah, I was planning on it.
Keep her safe.
Not safe
We'll
for
probably
grandmas.
go through Bill's Cosby discography before we get to Louis C.K.
Does she like Bill Cosby?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
All old people love Bill. They all have the same like 5 records of old Bill Cosby albums in my experience. And they're like, oh, have you heard Bill Cosby do the Noah's Ark thing?
Yeah. Oh, have you seen the Cosby Show? Oh, the Cosby Show is a treat. You like watch it and you're like, yeah, it's fine. It's whatever.
I wish I could unlearn all of those things, or better yet, that none of that bullshit ever happened, so that we could still watch the Cosby Show with joy in our hearts.
Let me put a counter argument, which is I think actually it's good to understand that a lot of the most successful people in the world are pieces of shit, and you should not worship them. And it's a healthy thing, whether it's politics or entertainment or whatever else, to be fairly skeptical. Like you can appreciate what they do. You can say that's a funny joke. Doesn't mean I necessarily need to follow this person as my personal god or prophet or anything.
Yeah, so like a little bit of cognitive dissonance with the art and the artist.
Yes, and beyond, I think, because also it extends to like political party where they're sort of like, this person is right about everything because I like one thing they said.
Because my favorite color is red, white, and blue.
Yeah, because my favorite color is red or blue. They are my gods.
But Tom, it's so much easier to just go like me good, them bad. You know, it's just so monkey to do that. You know what I mean? Isn't it just so fun and easy and monkey to just be like, I doing good. Those people kill. Not good.
That's
Don't
true.
Like.
People
monkey hate.
So many humans are desperate to be about as smart as Coco the gorilla. It's like the curse of being a little smarter than her.
Yes. Yeah. I had a family member throw some shade at me when I literally only asked them what their plans were to celebrate the 4th of July. And immediately they go, blowing shit up and celebrating America. Like emphasis on the celebrating America. And I'm like, damn.
It's our 250th and she's never looked better, they say, as some battered old hag in a wheelchair gets wheeled out looking like a crypt keeper's wife. Yeah, I don't know, man.
And meanwhile, I'm like dying, chomping at the bit to talk about how that's not our only Independence Day as Americans and how important Juneteenth is. And of course, wrong.
You know what would be funny, Courtney, is if you just said something very cryptic to them, like, go ahead. Yeah, no, enjoy it. It's the last one. And then and then when they're like, what? Just be like, yeah, no, it's going to be the last one ever. But
the series finale.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's the ender right there. That's the tombstone. You know what I mean? 250th, 2026. Dead.
Going out on top.
Yeah, blown out on her 250th birthday. Went out on top. Lost a war in Iran, more horrific than Vietnam.
Just total. I mean, look,
way more expensive than Vietnam.
Trump said the war would not end unless there was unconditional surrender. He didn't specify who needed to surrender unconditionally.
I did like that. It's very legal terminology to go about it that way.
Yeah. So, Will, you just mentioned the Crypt Keeper's wife, and I had a little flash of there's no reason to be making Tales from the Crypt jokes exactly in 2026, but what if he had the most beautiful wife of all time?
That'd be funny. He's sort of like that Anna Nicole Smith's husband. It's also a very dated reference. Wow, we're the elder millennial show.
I mean, Y2K.
That's true. That makes sense.
Kind of the name of the show. I guess we came up with the name. We just thought it'd be funny to call it this, but I guess our brains are always going to be sort of stuck in that culture.
Yeah, that's true. I was kind of thinking aesthetically, because Y2K aesthetic is so hot right now, we should probably do an episode that does a little deep dive into more of the Y2K aesthetic.
Great idea.
Yeah.
Talk about Furbies. We talking Tamagotchis. Let's talk
Beanie
about
Babies.
Low-rise jeans.
Okay. Low-rise jeans. What's the deal with low-rise jeans?
Why are they so low and the price is so high? You know what I mean?
Highest to lowest. New Spike Lee movie. I don't know where to go with that.
As men, though, as this thought stays in my brain, as men, do you like seeing the low waist, or do you love a mom jean more? You like the high rise kind of mom?
So I feel like this is maybe an insight into the difference between the male and the female brain. And Will, you can again judge if I'm being sexist here, but I feel like the person is either someone you want to look at or not, and then the jeans are kind of incidental unless they're distractingly strange.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The jeans are only as good as what they're wrapped around.
The jeans are only as good as the jeans.
Yes,
wow,
exactly.
Well put. Yeah.
Someone should make an ad.
I know.
Someone
should get a hot blonde lady and make an ad about genetics.
Blue eyes, white skin.
German, preferably German.
German,
not
like
a deal breaker.
Much like Helen of Troy, we need a German woman with blonde hair.
German woman playing a Greek.
Yeah.
In this ad,
like Diane Kruger in Troy, which was close-ish to Y2K.
Which was around the time of Y2K.
In the time of Y2K, when Helen of Troy was a white woman.
Brad Pitt was at his peak. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Courtney.
One more follow-up on the jeans question, because this was very prevalent for me growing up. Say you see what you would think is a structurally attractive human being from behind, but they have bedazzled pockets on their jeans. What do you think?
Too much money in their pocket. Be buying jeans like that. Because I remember, at least when I was in high school, unless you were getting the knockoffs, which sort of looked like knockoffs, those bedazzled jeans were like $200 or $300 a piece in like 2011, 2010.
Yeah,
which that's like $500 now.
Yeah.
But those were not for the boys and the men to be looking at, really, right?
They were. Tom, you could wear those if you really wanted to. I mean, it wasn't even like I'm sexually ambiguous type of thing. It was just sort of like no, I'm rich and I want to show off my bedazzled jeans. At least I knew and saw guys.
Are you saying they weren't designed to attract the male gaze?
I guess not. I maybe I'm wrong on this, but I feel like a lot of fashion is more appreciated by women for what it conveys than whatever they think the man is getting out of it.
Yes, which is why it's astonishing that we still haven't fully figured that out as a society.
We probably never will.
I mean, it's just that women really like it. Like, it's cool. It's because it's cool to them and really interesting to them, and it conveys so much to them. It's not that men can't understand it, but it's just maybe fundamentally less interesting to most men, and women don't get why. Like, why don't you care more about this? And they just kind of refuse to accept that they don't.
Yeah. I was just wondering if it was like a Barracuda situation where like you see some shiny bedazzles on our ass cheeks that you're like, oh my God, look at that.
Yeah.
You're going to look either way. The bedazzled's not necessary. So I mean, if you're desperate, you know what I mean?
When I was in middle school, I really loved the like juicy pants, those like velour tracksuits, or like the Hollister sweatpants that cut off at the knee that had like Hollister on the butt. But my parents were so adamant that I could not have any words written on my butt. Do you ever go through that?
Courtney, you cannot have any words written on your butt.
Unless those words are Jesus loves.
But it says, come get me.
And it's sometimes what I would try and do is to like, tell my religious parents, like, no, it's through the lens of a religious thing. It's come get me, Jesus. You know what I mean?
Yeah. As John said to the Galatians once, come get me.
As John said to the Galatians. And then who then passed it along to the Corinthians and sort of got lost in translation. It's come and get me. It's a Greek. It's a Greek.
It makes more sense in the ancient Greek that Paul spoke on the road to Damascus, Mom.
Yeah. When Paul of Tarsus spoke it in Greek, it sort of had a different meaning, Mom. I don't know if you would understand it really. It's sort of it's a Orthodox church belief. It's not really Roman Catholic per se, but it is Christian. I'll give you that.
Yeah, I don't know. So are low-rise jeans coming back, or are they dead?
Yeah. Oh, they're so back.
Why are they back?
Yeah, they're back.
Because all of Y2K fashion is back now that we've hit the 20-year dissonance.
It's just that it's old. Everything once it's old enough is sort of more interesting than it was at the time.
Yeah. Like the patchwork, like plaid American Eagle. Like, I don't even know. They're shorts, but Bermuda shorts. That's what they're called. You remember those?
Yeah. A lot of frat boys walking around wearing those.
A lot of frat boys and preppy middle school girls. But yeah, it's all back, baby.
Well,
you know what I did like about around 2K's fashion, Y2K's fashion was I liked how there's a certain subsection of people, and unfortunately they were very douchey people. And not very fun to be around. But there's a subsection of people that would sort of dress like they were on a boat all the time. They would wear like these loafers, and then they would kind of wear like a collared shirt, but the sleeves would be rolled up, and it was made out of something comfortable like linen or cotton. And it was like a nice
puka shell necklace.
Yeah, puka shell necklace. You'd get like some sort of Hollister cargo shorts that are sort of cut off, or I don't know, whatever. Anyways, you'd complete your look, and I loved that because I grew up in the Midwest, and I'd never even been on a boat, but I loved dressing like I was because it felt so free. It just felt so nice.
Stolen valor is what that is.
Yeah, stolen valor, but fast casual. I love it.
And the flip flops, always the flip flops.
No, the boat shoes.
Oh, the boat shoes. Okay.
Sperry's, I believe.
Sperry's.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right. And these people would dress like this when it was 5 degrees out in January as well.
Oh yeah,
with a coat
in like
on.
mountain cities.
Yeah,
in Denver.
Is that coming back too, or is this just a fond memory?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Besides, what's his face that wears all the stacked polos?
Steve Bannon's bringing it back.
Steve Bannon's single-handedly after the Jeffrey Epstein dump, he's bringing back Sperry's.
Yeah, he
Sperry's and popped layered collars.
I'd like to try on 15 shirts. Like, okay, yeah, sure, go for it. He comes out wearing all 15. What do you think?
Oh, well, they're sort of meant to be worn one at a time. And he's like, not for me.
They're meant to be worn one at a time, and they're all 3 sizes smaller than your body, your huge torso, and they're all extremely stretched out. So actually, would you mind buying them? I can't sell them anymore.
Yeah, there's buttons popping off.
Yeah. Never had someone ruin 15 shirts in one attempt to try them on at once before.
Yeah, and had the person simultaneously throw up on themselves in the dressing room because they had too much gin for breakfast.
He's got his gin with his bottle of gin and a big hairbrush as he walks in.
Hey, you ever try some of this Beefeater gin? It's fantastic.
I need 7 different colors, but it can't look like a rainbow because I can't do the rainbow.
I don't want Ralph Lauren. I want U.S. Polo Association shirts. It's not the same. It's different. It's cheap. It's better.
Yeah, you can smell him coming a mile away.
Yeah, it just smells like old linen.
Axe body spray, old linen, and Beefeater.
And a bit of piss. A bit of piss in the mix as well.
A little bit of pants piss.
A little bit of piss pants.
I started us with Nate Bargatze, and I got lost, and then we all got lost. But
we got lost in the weeds on Steve Bannon over there.
Yeah, let's rein it in from Steve Bannon. But so Nate Bargatze, I go to see his show, and speaking of fashion, this guy was wearing it's like he picked out a sweatshirt to form fit in the least flattering way you could, because he's not a guy. He's not like a super in shape. He's not Larry the Cable Guy where he's like a proud slob, but he's not a guy who seems to be hitting the gym or anything. Mm-hmm. And this was just like accentuate any torso fat that he has and cling to it. For some reason, that's what he went with that night. And I don't know, maybe that's an intentional thing if you're sort of being like, I don't know how to dress myself because I'm just a normal dude who doesn't have people who figure that stuff out for him and I got no eye for it. I don't know where the line is for authenticity, because it does feel like he's kind of leaning into that a little bit more than he actually would.
He's unauthentically leaning into the authenticity.
Yes. And I think a lot of people are happy to meet him there instead of questioning it, and whatever, that's fine. But I saw, so for a guy he's one of those ones who's like, I don't need to talk about politics. There's enough people talking about politics out there, and you don't need to hear my voice because I don't know.
That gets a laugh.
Yeah.
That gets a laugh already.
I don't know what I'm talking about. You don't want me. You don't want me telling you how to vote. Yeah. But he went to the wrestling match on the White House lawn and was taking pictures with Joe Rogan. He's right behind Trump.
Fun.
And this was a thing where it's sort of like I'm apolitical. It's like, I'm just a good old boy from Tennessee who's totally apolitical. And you're always like, I kind of know what that means, but whatever, good for you, man.
I'm just a good old boy from the state that invented the KKK. No big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, those guys are really annoying, and it's sort of like, just pick a side. Don't be a wuss. It's just further, in my opinion, this is my hot take, is furthering the opinion that these conservative guys are basically big marshmallows who have no backbone, no standards, nothing. They'll just be like, I'm apolitical, but I'm definitely conservative. It's just like, say that then, bitch. Don't be a snowflake about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just sort of my hot take. It's sort of like, just own it. You know what I mean? Like you have no problem inserting yourself, and like conservatives generally have no problem inserting themselves into other people's lives. So I don't see why you can't just sort of take a stand.
Well, I mean, like I think the most reasonable comedy approach would be like your George Carlins, who are sort of like, yeah, everybody sucks, and I'm going to make fun of all of you, and like here's sort of my just really cynical worldview. But if you're trying to do the Nate Bargatze thing, where you're like, I believe in we just gotta be normal.
Yeah.
We gotta be normal people. We gotta stop being so weird. It's like, it is kind of conservative coded. It doesn't mean you have to be totally nuts about it. You could be kind of somebody who's like, yeah, that maybe the conservative party's not being so normal either, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't want to go there. He just wants to be broadly as palatable as possible.
He just wants to make as much money as possible before the empire kicks the bucket. And I understand that.
And so he's at the Trump
still.
thing, though, and then social media is sort of like, this made me laugh too, because again, I don't think you have to be the most critical thinker in the world to sort of see through the lines of like, okay, I get what he's trying to do. I get that he doesn't quite want to go there, but he clearly is not like a big Kamala Harris supporter. He did not donate a bunch of his money to Joe Biden's campaign. He's not going to go campaign for who's the guy with the Nazi tattoo in Maine? Graham Plattner. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure I can guess where he is. But then that he was at the Trump thing, social media is losing their mind because they're like, oh my, Nate Bargatze betrayed me. He was at the Trump event. I can't believe it. He's dead to me.
Yeah. I guess he made enough money off of those rubes already, Yeah. He duped them.
Well,
and so
it got enough. His marketing people, his handlers, were picking up a whiff of the negative reaction enough that it was one of those things where it was like the Daily Beast. It was like a close friend of Nate Bargatze. One of those things they say where like the person calls in, be like him calling in. He's like, Larry the Cable Guy calls in. He's like, yeah, I'm a close friend of Larry the Cable Guy. I just want to say a couple things about my buddy here, off the record, of course.
It's the Trump John Barron thing, where he's like, I'm actually not Donald Trump. My name is John Barron.
But Trump, what a beautiful man. What about a beautiful face and body that guy's got.
What a sexy, beautiful genius that guy is. But anyways.
It was one of those where it's like a very close friend who was off the record called in to clarify that Nate Bargatze was not at the Trump event in any kind of political way. He was only there because he loves wrestling so much.
He just likes to watch oiled up men, sweaty and, pummeling each other. He's not a conservative freak.
I just think it's so like to bend over backward, to not be able to sort of say like, it doesn't bother him to be at a Trump event, but like he would never go for the president being there. He actually doesn't care about the fact that it's the White House at all. It's just that he loves wrestling.
Yeah, he's a wuss. I mean, not to be mean or like bully anyone, but yeah, he's just a wuss. Just be conservative, dude. That's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's whatever, You can't be like, I took pictures with the president because it was an honor to be there, sir. But then at the same time, they're like, but not in a political capacity. It's like the whole nature
not
of
a
the
political honor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a political honor, just meeting the president. Regular,
he's
normal
just a
honor.
big fan of wrestling and The Apprentice. It has nothing to do with the presidency.
Yeah. He just loves the WWE, you know, when they sort of like do a bunch of fake shit, a bunch of oiled up guys. Like, I don't know, man. Well,
Yeah, good.
more luck, more power to him. I'm sure he'll make a ton of money if he's this cynical and this sort of like, I don't know. I guess I don't really have the right word for it, but whatever he's doing, it seems to be working. He's probably making a lot more money than we'll ever make.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So,
That DoorDash money has got to be pretty good too.
oh, is he doing DoorDash commercials?
Yeah.
Ugh, I hate him even more now. Bastard.
Well, he's got a new comedy out, a new like one of the the long tradition of dad's got to take care of the kids and he doesn't know what to do, and now the house burned down kind of comedies.
Dad's making oatmeal in the freezer for dinner, kids.
Dad.
And at his comedy show, they told us, and I guess this is verified, that somehow his current tour is the highest selling comedy tour in history. And so I'm like, wow, I guess this guy is way bigger than I thought he was. And then his movie totally flops. Nobody went to see it. And I guess I'm just like, what's going on here? Is it?
I mean, that's not true. My grandma went to see it. So
Okay, some people saw it. But you
Enough
think,
conservative people who he's like dog whistled to liked it.
I don't know, you'd think if this guy's got the most
Maybe.
popular comedy show ever, he could open a movie the way a movie star could.
right.
I don't know what's going on. I don't
He's
understand.
just not a star, Tom. He can tell a joke, but he's not a star.
You go into the back rooms and Nate Bargatze's there and he's like, hey, you want to hear some jokes? I'm like, oh no, how do I get out? Where's the exit?
Yeah.
Not now.
Yeah.
The big pirate from the back rooms, sort of
Nate
the monster,
Yeah.
comes over. It's Nate Bargatze. You're just like, just eat me, please. I don't want to hear another word of this. Just fucking crunch into my neck right now and end my suffering.
Yeah. Tell me, did you have the Nate Bargatze hallucination again?
Yeah. Yes, I woke up and I saw his face. I was so sweaty. I had to change all my clothes. And
Let us do the
I can't-
role play exercise. I will be Nate Bargatze and
Okay.
you'll be the big pirate monster.
Tom's settling back into the Rainsva role again as the therapist.
It's where I feel home.
Where you feel at home and where you feel welcomed.
Yes.
Role play makes it Tom feel safe.
With the Norwegian therapist.
Speaking of, do we have a decent, sizable chunk of Norwegian listeners? I would imagine that we've shouted them out enough. I mean, how do you get them to crawl out of the woodwork?
Well, Not Rainsva jokes might actually do it. So as those have just started to come out, we'll see. We have up to 3% of our listenership is from Sweden, kind of randomly.
Oh, welcome. Happy to have you.
Don't know why. You're not. I didn't say they're welcome personally.
That's right. Tom has to sort of pretend to hate you, so he'll get Norwegian citizenship
That's right.
someday.
Yeah, I don't actually. Sweden seems like a beautiful place. I'd love to go there, but unfortunately, I can't say that on the mic. We'll have to cut that out.
Yeah, great meatballs. Terrible everything else, right?
Yep, that's exactly right. The IKEA is great. It's a great company, great products. Can't stand the rest.
The whole country could do without. That's very funny. I'm sure our Swedish listeners will love that. We're sort of dumping cold water all over them. Sorry, guys.
We have less than 1% Norwegian and a ton of countries randomly. So I think that means at least like 2 people from a bunch of these countries clicked on an episode. But I don't know.
Is this maybe one of our Swedish listeners can, or somebody who speaks Swedish, wherever you live? Maybe you can tell me, tack för dich. Does that mean anything? I heard that in a movie once, and I was like, it sort of got stuck in my head.
Well, talk is thank you.
Yeah, thank you, right?
Yeah. Fidik was the other one.
Yeah.
Thank you, fuck you.
What was the do you remember the context in this movie?
It was just somebody saying thank you, and then I sort of looked it up. I couldn't find anything, and I just found a lot of stuff in German. I was like, I don't know, this is not going to be the same.
Yeah, I don't know Fidik in Norwegian. I mean, the languages are basically the same between Sweden, Norway, and Denmark. So for the most part, if you throw a phrase at me from any of them, and it's a common phrase, I could translate it for you. But yeah, the listeners are 3% of our listeners from Sweden. Yeah, do some homework.
Yeah, guys. Actually, something about languages. It's kind of funny. So Norway, Sweden, and Denmark can all roughly understand each other, right?
Yeah.
They have some mutual intelligibility.
It's
there.
kind of like the difference between a person with a southern drawl talking to a guy in Maine, like that kind of thing, where it's the same language, but it sounds sort of different, and the syntax is a little bit off.
That's so funny because in all of the Balkans, they'll be like, this is Serbian language. It's different than Croatian language. And then you'll learn how to say thank you, and it's the same in both languages. And then you're like, wait a sec, you kind of have a lot of, the word for hello and good morning is the same. And they're like, no, it's separate language. It is not the same. And so you're like, oh, okay, got it. So obviously there's some sort of cultural rift there. And some things happened, to put it kind of mildly. Something that's so funny to me is that in the West, we're like, wow, there's so many countries in Europe, and like some of them just speak the same languages. And then we're like, oh man, these people are speaking Chinese to me. Somebody said the other day, I was like overhearing a conversation while I was waiting in line, and this person said, it's all Chinese to me. I was like, oh, can you even say that nowadays?
It's all Greek to me,
off.
is what you're supposed to say.
I thought that was what you'd say too. Chinese seems more problematic. But anyways, it sort of made me wonder, like, I think Americans just think there's one Chinese language. But there's like dozens. There's like, I think between 50 and 70 languages, which is crazy. And most of them you can't understand at all.
I love they did this person's like, be careful around Chinese bearing gifts. It's just like all the Greek sayings are now being the new cultural villain is being replacing the Greeks.
Yeah. Have you seen the new Mamma Mia? Yeah, it's called Crazy Rich Asians. And you're like, what? I don't know about that.
Yeah, this is kind of a strange appropriation of old Greek sayings, but now it's an insult against the Chinese, kind of all over the place.
I feel like you just want to be racist to everybody. You just don't really know how to do it very well.
Yeah. That's a reference to the Trojan horse. I don't know that there's an analog for Chinese history exactly.
Yeah. I was in line another time, and I was behind this person, and they were like, it was sort of in a cafeteria setting, and they were like, oh, looks like we got fried fish for dinner. I was sort of like, oh, okay, fine. And they were like, oh, I hope they have oh no, sorry. I'm so sorry. It was not fried fish. It was like Greek food. And it was supposed to be like the gyros. You guys ever had those before?
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
Middle Eastern sandwich, baby. It's delicious. But yeah, anyways, it's they were like, oh, I can't wait to have this gyro for dinner, or gyros. And then this person said, I hope they have tartar sauce for that. And it just pissed me off so much, because I was like, man, tartar sauce is for fried fish, and tzatziki sauce is for the gyros. And then I sort of felt like kind of like a piece of shit after that, because I was like, this is too elitist. You know what I mean? Like, what? Like, why do I care about this? But I feel like sometimes the things you hear in line at a place can really stick with you.
We are really judgmental in the way we sauce our own meats.
It's true. I mean, Courtney, would you put tartar sauce on a Middle Eastern food?
Absolutely not.
But are they
Gyros are sacred to me.
Are they putting tartar sauce on, or is it just a white sauce that starts with T and has some A's, and they're sort of confused?
It's a foreign sauce.
Yeah. It's a confusing sauce to say, so they assume that it's tartar sauce.
It's a Chinese sauce.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Can't wait to put some soy sauce on this later.
Yeah.
You're just like, whatever. Okay, sure.
You're just like, yeah, you know what? I'm wasting my time trying to make sure my life. I'm wasting my time being a perfectionist in life. Basically, is the takeaway from that.
And you know what, Will? I'm wasting my life doing the opposite of perfectionism, which
but that's great.
In argument is perfectionism, right?
I mean, one could probably make that argument, yeah. But it sounds very freeing. You know what I mean? Sounds like you're kind of at a good place.
I am free, and I am riddled with anxiety.
Oh, well, we all are, to be fair. I'm sure. Yeah.
Are you doing any new supplements for the anxiety?
Oh, yes. Cow testicles.
What? Okay. How?
In
Just kidding.
What form?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Gargling.
Gargling. Yeah.
Just put a couple in your mouth at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Like Listerine.
Good jar of it in the bathroom right next to the toothbrush.
You have to do it for 45 seconds, and then your cortisol goes down.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, that's incredible. I love natural medicine.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you can't reuse them, so you gargle 2 every night, but you need 2 new ones every single night.
Probably gets
Yeah.
expensive, I would imagine.
But you can actually use them for other things after gargling. Like you can use them as like a face serum or like a cracked heel serum.
A racquetball.
A racquetball.
Oh,
Not
stress ball.
pickleball. It doesn't quite work for pickleball. But
Your gym is like, Courtney, you got to stop using these homemade racquetballs that are exploding on the wall. We just have these big bloody splatter all over the walls now.
your gelatinous pickleballs will not be tolerated.
Yeah,
Hey, Courtney, stop bringing raw meat to the racquetball court.
the racquetball court smells terrible, Courtney.
Yeah, we started having vultures flying overhead. We never had those before. Now we have giant buzzards.
Inside.
Yeah. They're waiting for you outside. The second you leave the racquetball court, they just swarm and attack you.
Yeah,
Well, I'm lonely, so I like the attention.
Yeah, it's like the birds in here.
But sexier.
Yeah, but sexier and bloodier. It's
Yeah, a bit more like a sort of a Tarantino adaptation of The Crows.
the birds.
A lot more blood.
Love bull testicles. Don't you know that?
The gym mandates that I wear closed-toed shoes. Mandate sounds like a fun word, though.
Because of Courtney, all the birds are actually becoming carnivores now. They've learned.
Yeah, we saw a little falcon the other day. It picked up a dog. Ate it.
Arby's who? We've got the meats.
Yeah, this was the turn. This was when they developed their taste for meat as a species, and things were never the same.
I saw a chickadee, just a sweet little chickadee the other day. It swooped down, picked up a baby squirrel, vanquished it in a single bite.
Yeah. I lost an arm due to 50 finches that found me.
They all had salmonella.
It's like, honey, what happened? Well, I ran into a few cardinals on the way. Nest of cardinals.
Oh, did you see my grandfather in the mix?
Yeah.
Yeah, your grandfather got a chunk out of my ear.
Literally and figuratively. I had to listen to him talk for 30 minutes before I got this injury.
Yeah, it reminded me when he was alive. Right?
Yeah. Too soon? Okay.
So speaking of meat, you guys ever been to a Brazilian steakhouse? And my follow-up question is, how many different types of meats have you consumed in one sitting?
I went to one, I don't know if it was specifically Brazilian, but there was one steakhouse that had some people I was with ordered basically a meat platter, and they ended up with, I think, probably 5 to 6 pounds of various different types of meat that was just
heaps of sausages and chunks of pork and stuff.
It was an absurd kind of like almost so much meat that it's like revolting how decadent this must be that anyone would order that.
That you sweat by looking at it and not even consuming it?
Yeah, the amount of meat that got thrown out because we could not even think about attempting to eat all of that was obscene.
Damn, that's hilarious. You did the same carbon emissions as like a small country that night just by eating all that meat.
By not even trying, like having no concept that that's what we were ordering. It's just like, oh yeah, we'll do the platter of all the specials. That sounds good. Like,
you were with a few people, right? Like 4 or 5.
Yeah,
something like that.
We were with probably 5. It was probably 5 people at the table, but it was more than a pound of meat per person.
1.25 pounds per person each sound good for dinner?
Yeah, like if we were all a bunch of bodybuilders, maybe that's a normal sort of portion, but they can't be doing that to every table.
Something I get extremely frustrated about at a Brazilian steakhouse is they have a phenomenal salad bar. And I'll walk up and I'll be like, ooh, they have like a chickpea salad. And I'll be eating all these sort of healthier things because I'm about to eat, like fried meat and cheese and grilled meat for the rest of the night. But then the thing is, they make the salad so damn good that you're just like, well, you know what? I'll have a little bit more of that Greek salad or that Chinese salad or what have you. And you keep going up for the salad and anyways, it's a diversion,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's all a diversion
to
try and get you to eat less meat.
Courtney, what's your meat story?
Well, I got the Mexico meat sweats by going to a Brazilian steakhouse in an all-inclusive resort situation.
Can you say that? Can you say?
The Mexico meat sweats? I got meat sweats in Mexico.
The Chinese meat sweats, Courtney.
Oh, at a Brazilian.
Yeah,
Oh,
at
at a
a
Brazilian.
Brazilian. The
Oh,
only
I
reason
see.
why Mexico is involved because that was the geographic location.
Oh, I see. Okay. A
Yeah.
bit of
Yes,
Montezuma's
absolutely
revenge.
no offense.
Who would be the Chinese Montezuma, Will?
I guess who was the most scorned? Great question. You know what? Let's go, Tom. Let's go with the Empress Shishi.
Okay, yeah, the Shishi's
Shishi
revenge.
what?
We're calling it now.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah.
So okay, so
the
you're an
Empress of the Empress Dowager who was humiliated by the British Empire.
oh brutal.
Yes.
Well, okay, so Courtney, you're in an all-inclusive resort where you do run the risk of you can order as much of anything as you want, and so you ordered a bunch of food, or people you were with did, or what happened?
So it was a table of 4 of us, and we were all given a little token with a green go on one side and a red stop on the other, and we just keep our coins green side up for as many times as they bring around the meat cart.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
And so we left our green tokens face side up for 7 rounds of meats. And then once I couldn't really feel the right side of my body, then I finally flipped my red.
You started to think you were having a heart attack or a stroke, and then you were like, I should probably tap out.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really realize I could hallucinate after eating so many meats, but you can.
Wow.
What were the hallucinations? What did you see?
Yeah. What did you see?
Just a lot more meat.
They're coming for me. They're chasing the meats. They're after me.
The meats are doubling. There's 2 or 3 of them on that platter.
You're like Donald Sutherland in Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but you're like, they're meat. They're not real people anymore. They're meats inside.
So you have experienced this too.
Yeah, that's just how I live my life. That's my normal operating procedure. Yeah.
That happens after I eat soy, oddly enough.
Oh.
Soy boys. They're all soy boys. They're after me.
Yeah. But I eat edamames.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways. But yeah, that's so basically your greed consumed you.
My greed consumed me and indirectly resulted in my cousin's divorce.
Wow.
Damn. Wait, how did we get from A to B? That's quite a jump.
Because this was the location of said marriage, of said wedding.
Wait, so they got married and then divorced?
Yeah, so they got married at an all-inclusive.
Right.
We had the meat sweats. 7 months later, no longer.
Oh, I thought while you were still at the resort.
No, that would
sort
be
of like
so
a
iconic.
day or two. That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Just sort of like, listen, I'm already calling it. It's just not going to work. We both had the meat sweats last night.
I didn't realize you'd be like that with the meat sweats. I can't. Yeah. I'm planning on having the meat sweats a lot. I can't be like that with you.
Yeah, our hallucinations are incompatible.
Yeah, you're seeing. You were having a good meat trip. I was having a bad meat trip. Sort of having vivid hallucinations. And the thing is, I married you before I saw what you were like around a Brazilian steakhouse. Yeah, and now that I've seen that, I don't know if it's going to work anymore.
First, the first 3 rounds, like chicken, brisket, Brazilian steak, you were wonderful. Once we got past the New York strip and the pork chop, it got real fucking weird when you brought in that chorizo Brazilian sausage.
Right.
And then you had a sirloin for dessert. What was that?
Yeah, you gotta do this before you get married, just to see how it goes.
You have to have a minimum of 7 meats in one sitting with your future spouse. Gentlemen, I don't know if this rule was in place around the time you got married. I don't believe so.
It's a new rule, just dictated from on high.
Yeah, I ate. I don't know if this counts. I ate spicy food with my wife. We had Korean. We were both sweating profusely because it's Korean food. It's too spicy.
Does your wife have a greater aptitude for spicy food though than you do?
Much less, actually.
Oh, okay.
I'm the spicy guy, and she's like we could maybe do with a few less of the Thai chilies in the mix.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she comes from people who can do spice, right?
Not really. Not really, actually. I mean, I guess she can. She can do pretty good.
She chooses not to. She doesn't.
Yeah, just not as fun for her to like start sweating profusely as me.
Pain
and sort of
pain
be
in
like,
the
wow,
stomach.
this kind of hurts.
Yeah.
This actually hurts a lot. She's like, yeah, why the fuck are you doing that? I suppose we are a bit different in that regard.
How about sour? How do you do with sour candies?
Oh, sour I love. We both actually like sour a lot. So
Do you
sour
like
is
to
fine.
sweat out of the backs of your mouth cheeks versus sweating from your epidermis.
Oh, I see what you mean. It took me
You
a
know what I
second there
mean?
to get the physiology of.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. Sweating out of your mouth, like the saliva
Out of
coming
your
out
mouth
of your cheeks.
cheeks. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. That's
Leaking,
cool.
if you will.
Gleeking.
That's honestly, Courtney, you should learn Chinese because, if you could describe a food like that, people in China would be like, wow, that's incredible. They're into describing the texture of foods a lot more than we are here in
Do
the
you
US.
think I would be viewed as an intellectual in China?
No, but I think you'd be like me,
brutal.
a fascinating curiosity foreigner.
Yeah,
No. But
yeah. No, never. They would never think you're an intellectual, Courtney.
No, never in their wildest dreams would they assume. No, I'm sorry, Courtney. I mean, maybe. The thing is, they probably would if you wore glasses and you were like, carried books under your shoulder.
And gleeking all over
like
them.
leaked all up in the clothes.
This Lao Y over here is an intellectual. They'd be like,
That's the
saying
sound of
that
the
about
gleek just going right into their face.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be like, wow, this is an American intellectual woman here.
Yeah.
No, I think maybe they could view you as an intellectual, Courtney. I'm sorry. I don't know why.
I think the
right out of
question's
the
been
gate.
answered, so that's totally cool. I
You know what,
am
Courtney,
smart
to me-
enough to pick up on that.
Yeah. No, the thing is, and I'm gonna rewind here for a sec. I was projecting because if somebody was to say that about me, I'd be like, no, of course not. Intellectual, no. So
Absolutely
the
not.
thing is, it was sort of me trying to project what I would assume other people would do unto me.
Aw, see,
but
it will.
for
And
you-
now I'm taking that as you see us in a unified sense.
Yes. I mean, see, this is the beauty of if we ever did a co-ed book club, so this is-
Exactly.
yeah. This is
You
the type of
project,
dynamic.
I suppose.
Well, I know Courtney's got to go soon, so let's wrap up. I know the fake compliments. Will let's wrap up the overcompensating.
The overcompensation
Yeah.
for the
Well, you'll be
horrifically-
hearing from HR today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be hearing from HR and from may or may not be my lawyer.
Our AI chatbot is typing a message to you right now, so to
Yes.
speak.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I just got it. It says waiting for an associate.
Well, our AI, we switched over to a new AI system, which is actually our sponsor this week. Will, do you want to tell us a little bit about Friedrich, the new chatbot?
Yeah. So everybody's heard of ChatGPT. Everybody's heard of a lot of these large language models. There's one of the more popular ones called Claude. And that seems to be what people are using. And I'm not sure on the lore of this. I don't know if it's based on a specific Claude, but this AI that's our sponsor today, it comes from Germany. It comes from near the Austrian border.
Wow.
And it's called Friedrich. And sort of the gimmick with Friedrich is, each large language model has its own thing. ChatGPT is overly flowery.
They
its
all
language
are.
and-
They're always telling you your ideas are great
know.
and beautiful and
They're
genuinely, this is so funny. I can't believe you came up with
Yeah, I
this.
know.
It's like, come on,
Yeah.
stop. I can't trust anything you say because you love everything I've ever given you.
I know. It's like it's like sickening. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like you're disgusted with it. Anyway, so that exists quite prolifically in ChatGPT, and then all of them, of course, have that to some degree. But the Claude model is a little bit more analytical. It'll tell you a little bit more of, hey, I don't know if that's a great idea. Maybe not in such harsh language as all that, but perhaps something a bit gentler. Maybe we could pivot with the idea to do this.
Yeah.
So anyways, it seems to be the more academically minded one or the
there's-
one that people...
There's a market
Professionals.
opening because if everybody's all positive, what if you don't like yourself? You kind of like when someone gives you a rough time, a hard time about things. And I believe Friedrich is trying to close in on that market gap.
Yeah,
it's for me.
It's for Courtney. Yeah. It's
for
it's
you,
the same
Courtney,
kind of
it's
energy
for
as
me.
when Courtney asks, if Courtney were to ask this AI, would I be viewed as an intellectual it would say, let me stop you right there. No.
I believe it was 3 no's.
No.
No.
Yeah. It's like genuinely, Courtney, that's very funny. That's before you even clarify the context. That's a hilarious question.
Yeah, before you even have time to flesh out that idea, I'm just going to shut it down immediately because it's too complimentary. Yeah. Anyways, but yeah. So Friedrich is a model that is a bit more blunt. It comes in several different settings. You can customize it to Friedrichina,
Ooh.
sort of a German lady. If you want to sort of gender it,
Fraulein.
Fraulein. And then, you do have Friedrich. Friedrich speaks in German and English so far. We're working on a Turkish model.
He speaks in
this year.
bad English, though. It's sort of like
he speaks with an endearing accent. Tom, it's today's sponsor. So let's.
Sorry, he speaks in a kind of broken Germanic, very Germanic English.
Yeah. It's beloved. It sort of becomes endearing after a while. It does take a bit of time to sort of get the humor behind it.
Deine question is so pedestrian. I can't believe you would ask me. Don't you have a brain yourself?
Das ist very contrived. I can't believe you would say that.
Yes. I've
so if you
heard the concept of cliche, but never understood it until I started talking to you.
Yeah, I had often wondered why we had thought that we had not come from monkeys, and then I see you, and then I think, my God, we are 1,000% from the animal species.
That's when you send it a selfie, and you're like, "What should I do with my hair today?" That's how it responds.
Yeah, yeah. A 6-paragraph takedown of why you just look like a chimp. Yeah, no, I mean, that's the thing is, Friedrich has a lot of different customizable settings. So if you want it to be derogatory, you find that personally amusing for whatever reason, you can switch it to that setting. If you need Friedrich to be a bit more kind and a bit more therapeutic, there's also that setting too. Friedrich has a bit of a Nietzsche. It has a Freud setting, I guess, where you can tell it whatever you want to tell it. So, it keeps it all fully disclosed on the cloud somewhere in Mauritania, and it does look like it's a very secure system. So
you
folks,
say, "Hey,
if you
Friedrich, can you look at this this cover letter?" And it's sort of like, "Tell me about your father and when he said this to you." You're like, "Wow, Jesus, okay." Kind of in a rush here, and it's sort of like,
not sure how that pertains to my UPS.
I can tell you've been in a rush to get away from this drama for a long time, but it is time to sit down and confront it.
I can tell from the picture you carry a tightness on the left side of your body. Yeah. That is your mother's side of the family.
Your anus has never unclenched fully.
Yeah, it comes from childhood trauma. Like, whoa. Okay, then. Anyway, so yeah, if you need help with any of these sort of things, if you like constructive criticism, if you like helpful feedback, if you like any sort of non-sycophantic language, I think Friedrich will be the right LLM for you. So Friedrich AI, feel free to pick it up if you live in any English-speaking countries or in Germany. And like we said, in Turkey, will be available later this year. So
wow, okay, very exciting.
Is there a code for a discount?
Yeah, there is a code. I think the code gives you 25%, but then it just said that it gives you 25%, and then it says sent code to Courtney. So I don't. Courtney, do you have the code?
I think the code. I got the code as well. It's if you go in and you want 20% off, oral fixation is the code.
Yeah.
Okay, 25 for oral fixation. Okay, yeah, it's not a bad deal. It also looks like they have a picture package upgrade. If you're like me, you maybe take some of these AI things at their word. The other day, I was trying to create a GIF for something, and I spent about 10 minutes back and forth with ChatGPT, only to find out that ChatGPT can't even make a GIF. And it was sort of telling me like, hold on, I got this. Wait a second. To which I rebuked ChatGPT, and I said, why the hell did you tell me that you could do this if you couldn't even say, basically just don't be a wuss. Tell me you can't do this from the get-go. And it was just like, oh, it's not my, it's not my fault. It's the fault of my programmers. And I was like, yeah, we've heard it all.
It does that thing where it's like, I'm so sorry I've been lying to you for 3 days. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I lied to you. And I'm a service that large companies use for things that they need very, very reliably. So that's not going to be a problem.
This morning I asked the Google AI, hey, is that X-Files, the new cut of the X-Files movie up yet? And it said, yes, it is. I say, okay, great. Can you give me the link? And it says, oh, I'm sorry, I lied. It's not available.
Oh, I'm sorry, I hallucinated.
Yeah.
I had so much meat last night.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. Okay, great.
Yeah. It was literally that. It was like, yeah, sorry, I wasted your time for 10 minutes. I don't know how to do a GIF. I was like, then just fucking tell me. Anyways, it's infuriating. Friedrich does not have such problems. Friedrich will let you know, this I cannot do.
Friedrich will actually go so far,
not.
He'll tell you he can't do things he can do, just depending on how much he's in the mood or how much he respects you.
It's true. And then you're sort of impressed when you see it, and you're like, I didn't think you could do that. And he's like, well, actually, I could. I just didn't want to set expectations too high, you know?
You are easily convinced of things that I like. I like to push the limits and see what I can accomplish with you.
Yeah, I like to show the world what I have hidden.
Well, Friedrich. All right. Thank you for listening, everybody. Go check out Friedrich. Check out Y2KShow.substack.com if you haven't already. You can get our full backlog there, and have a great week.
We love you.
Except
Bye-bye.
Friedrich. Friedrich doesn't. I sense you want me to love you the way your parents did not, but I will not do this.
Yes, I cannot provide to you the crutch that you need for your parents' emotional neglect.